All right, guys, without long introductions, first of all, you remember the last time I made the video? I was a long time. Bear with my accents, bear with the way I talk. It tends to be a little bit different, but first of all, I want to introduce my guy over here, Joey. Joey, say something.
Hey guys, how are you?
That's about it.
Yeah, no, just looking forward to kind of talking about, the car industry and some of the daily occurrences and things that we face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is my first 10-minute video in a long time. I made one a couple days ago about trade-in line that I get here on the lot every day, but this is gonna be some kind of series. We're gonna do multiple episodes, maybe daily basis, maybe not, maybe 5 times a week, depends on how busy we are. But just bear with us as we're learning to get better at this. You have no clue what kind of equipment we're using right now. Like, I'm not even gonna, maybe I'll take a picture and post it, but we'll see. It's gonna be funny. Speaking of the funny things that we go through as salespeople every day, I mean, you wanna start with something, or you want me to?
Well, yeah, just you'll encounter customers who have an objection for virtually everything, but what you will kind of learn and realize that a lot of times it's based on misinformation or just not knowing what it is that they're talking about. Yeah. And we struggle to guide them through the process and still, because ultimately by helping them to get to the end and getting a vehicle, we are helping them, but you have to help them understand how things work in the auto industry, and it's not like it used to be.
I think the most of the time they don't need that we are helping them. They think we're just here to sell them something. Well, first of all, if you're in a dealership to buy a vehicle, it's whether you want that vehicle or you need that vehicle. Either way, you buy a vehicle, and this is for anyone who buys vehicles. Maybe there are some rich people out there, but how often do you buy a vehicle? An average Joe buy what? Like a vehicle every 3 years? Maybe 4 years?
Yeah.
We sell vehicles every day. So it is very common that a salesperson would know more than the buyer.
It would be understandable, and then we sort of look at ourselves as a consultant, because as you go through each step, we try to explain the process and try to bring clarity to, when you go in to purchase a vehicle, it's not like going into a Publix or into a Walmart where you can be in and out in 40 minutes. A lot of times people forget that purchasing a vehicle is the second largest purchase that you'll make after a home that you'll probably ever make in your life for most people.
High stakes.
Yeah, for about 90% of us. Your vehicle and your house are going to be, the two biggest purchases you'll buy.
And it's and because of that, it's quite, I would say, quite important that you know what you're doing. And by that I mean, if you don't know something about a vehicle or feature or something related to the vehicle when it comes to the knowledge of the vehicle, you got to listen to people who sell that vehicle every day. For example, if you're buying an F-150, even you go and look into F-150s, you're gonna find things on the window sticker like Ford Copilot 360. That there's so many things that go into that it's not on the window sticker. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
It's super okay to ask your salesperson, what is that or what is this? That's okay. My favorite one, I'll tell you what. My favorite one is when you get a customer. First of all, when you come in, like, you think we're about to rip you over. That's all gone. With the internet, everything is transparent, everything is clear. I go live every day streaming, you know that. Trying to make deals online in front of the whole world. So with all that being said, you got people that come, for example, I want an F-250 high output, and I think you had this situation many times before where they don't even know why they want the high output diesel engine, even though if they might not need it, they're just gonna pay 2 or 3 grand more for no reason. Just because someone told them, someone they trust told them they need the high output. And then I'm telling you, Mr. Customer, You don't need to pay an extra $3,000 for a high output engine. You have enough engine to do what you told me you need to do. You had this before?
Yeah, so you do have people that have, you have your needs, you have your wants. And there are people that can certainly say that I don't have any other reason to buy that high output other than I like that the numbers are in red. So I want that. And that's totally fine. But what happens is oftentimes you'll get people that maybe what they need is a vehicle that can meet their actual work demands so they can continue on with their life. It's going to be reliable and provide them, maybe be applied as a tool or an asset for a company, whatever it may be. And it would be more beneficial in the long term to take the option that your salesperson is recommending, instead of maybe going with that thing that you think you like. I guess what I'm trying to say is people sometimes have a hard time when they need something, differentiating it in between with what they want.
Yes.
You have to
100%.
be realistic about what your goals are. And if your goals are to go for that high output, to realistically expect that it would come at a greater price than the standard, despite whether you need it or not. Maybe, if you want it, you just have to expect that things like that come at a greater cost.
And again, if you, in this specific situation, if you want the high output engine and you know you can afford it, and I tell you that you don't need it and still want it, by all means. Like, it's not like I'm trying to make you buy something you don't want. But in many situations, I'm telling you, so many times, people don't really know what is even the difference between a normal diesel and a high output. They don't even know what's the difference. And then when you try to explain to them, they think you're trying to sell them something, or maybe because you don't have a high output, you're trying to sell them a normal standard engine. And I'm like, no, I have both. You want both? They're over there. Buy both of them if you want. It's not about selling you something you don't want to buy. It's about educating you to save you some money. Because I tell you what, if you don't need a high output engine and you're really tight on resources or money, and you need a diesel engine truck, maybe by not going into the high output because again you don't need it, now you're gonna empty $2-3 that you can possibly spend on getting an extended warranty on that work truck that you might need.
Absolutely, or a service contract.
Service
If
contract.
it's a work vehicle. It absolutely makes sense to have a work contract too.
There you go.
Or a service contract, and so you can just and with Ford, they have the Ford Pass app. You can actually set appointments on your phone, so that way it just simplify it. And then when you're talking about trucks like that, oftentimes they could be work. Then you start dabbling into commercial, and commercial, not only with your apps, you have the Ford Pass where you can schedule your appointments, but with commercial vehicles, they have software called telematics. And that will give you even more information. So one thing customers don't realize is that there's the Ford Pass app, which will allow them to do many things, including scheduling an appointment. In the Ford Pass app as well, you get all health notifications, you can make in-app purchases. But on top of the Ford Pass app, for commercial, you actually have telematics, which as a business owner would provide you additional information about your vehicle's health and how your employees might or might not be treating your vehicle when you can't see.
A lot of people don't know how to use Ford Pass though. That's the other thing. They think, a lot of people we sell trucks to, they just think basically it's an app that gives you points and that's about it. I think we have to make a full episode just for Ford Pass, for people to know how to use it. But I forgot to mention, we just had some technical issues with our $1 million setup over here. We literally have the camera sitting right now on a garbage bin. Wait, that's the name of this thing?
Yeah.
Garbage bin?
Yeah.
Okay, garbage bin, yeah. To have the camera on a garbage bin. But I'm gonna say one more thing and we're gonna wrap this up. The other thing that really gets me, and I'm gonna expand more in other episodes, but I just want to bring it up. If you want a F-150 Platinum that is worth $85,000, $90,000, please do not think it's gonna be a $500 payment.
Exactly right. Or even 1,000.
Because that's outrageous. If you're not willing to put what it takes down payment to lower it to $500 payments, I mean,
your initial investment. And
here's the thing. I need to say one thing before. Sorry, I interrupted you. I interrupt him all the time.
It's crazy.
After all and before all, the final approval and the final rates and the payments are going to be decided by the lender.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not us. This is just a disclaimer, just to make sure we're covering our butts.
Of course.
But
it always comes down to whatever your individual credit is approved for, and the only way to know that is by submitting a credit application and submitting it to a lender. That would never be a decision that's going to be made by your salesperson or even their sales manager.
100%. And it's simple math. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there is a rule of thumb in the car business. Every $1,000 is $20 or something like that.
Yeah.
Every 10,000 is 200 in payments.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a rule of thumb. It's just for estimation purposes. But again, if your credit is skyrocketing, your rate is gonna be lower than someone who is not
Mm-hmm.
good credit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: when it comes to working with me, or working with Joey, or working with Tay, other people here we have, it does not matter to us if your credit is 500 or 900 or whatever. I sold vehicles to people with 850, 140 something thousand dollars of the showroom Harley Davidson trucks, done that. And I also worked with customers and I helped them get vehicles who have challenges on their credit,
Mm-hmm.
to put it correctly in a sentence.
Right.
You know what I mean? So whether you're high credit or low credit, it does not matter to me. It's not like we see a lot of videos, people making fun of it, making jokes.
Right.
Some content creators, when they see, for example, someone coming in and they profile him with low credit
Right.
automatically
No.
and run away. We don't do that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We are proud of what we represent, and we are happy to help everyone, regardless of their situation. I'm sitting in front of you right now, and I am probably in the lower credit bracket as we speak. So it doesn't matter. Don't
okay.
feel insecure. He said it's okay. Don't feel insecure about it. Don't feel embarrassed. No one will know other than our business office, aka finance office. They are going to receive your credit app. Not me, not Joey, not anyone else. So please don't feel insecure about that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point that out because it saddens me when people get profiled, because I got profiled many times. That's another episode.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that, Joey?
Yeah, that'd be fine. We can talk a little bit about finance. We can talk a little bit about some of the vehicles that we offer here. And there's a lot to talk about inside of the dealership life.
Yeah.
It's not as cut and dry as you would think, but
We could make a
our
TV
main-
reality show. Man.
yeah, our main objective though is when we come in every day is we try and help people that need to get on their feet, or maybe they're on their feet and they need to make a change, and we're here to help all situations. There is likely a solution for every problem. You just have to explore. But with that, Zoo, I do appreciate you having me on today, man.
Of course, man. We're gonna have a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up. Before we wrap this up, on my YouTube channel, where you're gonna find this video, I will be going live from the moment I come in for my shift to the moment I leave. If you have questions, if you have vehicles, certain spec you're looking for, my goal from this live stream, and I told that to Joey, is to be the #1 Ford vehicles salesperson in the country. Is it easy?
No.
Heck no.
No.
Is it possible? Everything is possible with the help of God. So that's my goal. If wherever you are in the country, you need a vehicle, you need a Ford vehicle, brand new Ford vehicle, I have you on the lot, or I don't, I can locate it for you. I can get it shipped to your door.
We have a huge network.
We have a huge network. And another thing, commercial. If you have a corporation that needs 50, 100, 20 trucks, Western haulers, flatbeds, dump trucks, whatever you need.
Transit vans.
The amount of network we have to build those vehicles is massive, because this dealer we work in is very commercial focused. So me and Joey, if I have someone already on the stream, Joey will jump in and help the next one. We have other people here that will jump in and help. But join my live stream every day if you have questions, and subscribe to help us grow this channel. All right, until tomorrow.
Yeah.